皆さんどうでしょうか？ I'm trying again since the network situation wasn't perfect yesterday. どうでしょう？またくるくる出てますか？聞こえてますでしょうか？くるくるしてますでしょうか？おはようございます。どうでしょう？止まってますか？くるくる出てますか？3人。どうでしょう？ちゃんと動いているでしょうか？誰も答えてくれません。止まってるのかなまた。伊藤さん、どうして答えてくれないの？ You can hear me? Okay. You can hear me, but you can't see me? 動いてる。じゃあ環境は改善されたのかな？それは良かったです。それは良かったです。今少し人が来るかもしれないから、もうちょっと待っててみようかな。もう昨日はこの時点で、本当昨日はこの時点で、みんなのチャットも見れなかったし、ね、明かりも、なんか昨日は白く見えちゃってたんで、お家の中では。少し画面にほとんど電気つけない状態でやってみてます。そっか。やっぱり突然来ると、あれかな。Hi, nice to see you. I had a live chat yesterday, but my network situation was a little bit funky because I just got a new router. So I'm kind of trying again from inside the house. So we can succeed next week, next Saturday. 大丈夫かな？おはようございます。その後、余震はどうでしょう？続いてますよね。一応私も Yahoo ニュースの地震のセクションを気をつけて見てるんですけども、一つ大きいのがね、震度4がありました。これはね、ここが一番キラキラに光るハートなんだけど、私の髪で隠れちゃう。Happy Valentine's Day! I forgot to say. I hope you guys are having a lovely day. I'm spending my day with Yuki. I just finished working with Yuki. And after this, I'm gonna start working on my music. I had a ballet class this morning. Happy Valentine's Day. 多分余震は起こってるんでしょうけれども、大きく感じるものが東京には伝わってないってことかな。Happy Valentine's Day. 一応ね。またこれで立ったりして後ろが倒れると嫌なんで。そうですね。やっぱり月曜日の朝はみんな忙しいでしょうかね。いつも朝に来れてた人も、朝だから来れてた人もいたと思うんですけどね。毎日やってた時しばらく。Can you tell us about your songwriting process? How you start with your ideas? Okay. I usually don't write from me. Like I don't try to write anything. It just comes to me. Even when someone, like some record company guy, asks me to write some songs or a particular song for a particular artist, as soon as I see that person's video or I hear their voices or something, just a song comes to me. It's a very natural, organic process. I think I'm connected with uh, deep inside. It's hard to explain it, but I'm making up songs daily. Like even when I'm playing with Yuki, I'm making up some songs about Yuki all the time, and sometimes you see it in the films on maybe Instagram or something. That's how I write songs, and sometimes it's more meaningful, like when I receive some ideas. Um, it almost feels like I receive some message when I need to and when I need to express to the world. I hope I answered your question. Mm, I often say some singer songwriters and some songwriters sometimes have a hard time writing songs and stuff, but I never had any hard times writing songs. Maybe during the time when I was making Blanche, the second album, since I had to release it 6 months after my first album Rose. It's like I had to start my second album right after. So I felt a little bit suffocated during that time, and I had many original songs when I was like 18 before I signed with my record company. Maybe I wrote like 100 songs, but I don't know where they went. But um, I maybe it was more like I needed to create new songs for the second album. So, but the song like Melody, it was on my demo when I made it when I was like 16 or 17. Melody was one of the very first songs that I've written when I became a high school student. So Melody came from my demo. Happy Valentine's Day. うん。ほんのちょっとの人しかいないけど、Do you have any other question? Do you have plan to see Tokyo Olympics in person? Nope. I don't know if you know, but I live in Los Angeles, California. I've been living in Los Angeles since 1989, maybe before you were born. Um, and of course, the Olympic situation is a little bit up in the air right now. So, and I will have a concert at the end of August, so I can't go to Japan before that. I don't know. Maybe I will because my parents are old and everything. How do you record what you get in your mind? Don't you forget your ideas. Um, I use my iPhone's voice memo. Not before your phone. I record everything using my iPhone voice memo. I sing to it, and because usually a part of the song falls on me, comes to me, melody and lyrics together. So I just sing to my iPhone. So I have like hundreds of ideas on my iPhone. Um, and it's like I have so many. And once I decide that, okay, I'm going to go through it, and then I create something out of them. Like, okay, I listen back again this one song, and then I'll bring that to my Logic X, Logic 10. I don't know how it's called. Um, and then I play keyboard and I sing, and it's like making a demo kind of process. And from there, the arranging ideas come to me. So I expand the song. And sometimes during that process, sometimes when I write, I don't know the exact word. Sometimes the whole song just happens at one time. at once, like in 5 minutes, just the whole thing just comes to me, or whole thing just I write it just at that moment, like in that spot. But then sometimes when only a part of the song comes while I'm arranging it, it happens organically, like, okay, I got this part, and the next part just comes to me. And then sometimes, like when I wrote a song for Kobe after his death, I only had um, just verse, B, chorus. But then at the same time, I heard something, I recorded it, but it didn't come to me at the same time. It was like next day. And later I realized that part of the song that I received a little bit later, that was the bridge for that song. So I put it together. At first, I completed that song just with verse, the chorus. Then later, I realized that connection. Okay, this is the bridge. Then I added, and then the song became more complete. So I contacted my engineer Brian Reeves, and at first I just mixed it by myself, but I wanted to make it better, so I contacted Brian, and then we mixed it together. Okay. Oh, set formula. I don't I don't know the set formula. My set formula is just being quiet and being connected with within. That's my set formula. I don't write like I do mathematics. The mathematic thing happens during the arrangement because, okay, I did this during the first verse, then I don't want to do the same thing the second time for the second time, so I'm gonna add something else, kind of stuff. That's a little bit mathematic, but mm, yeah. Yuki's right here. Yuki's always with me. He never wants to be away from me, so yeah. Well, the macro stuff, yeah, I know many people started to know me from my macros work. I understand that. But I was never a seiyuu. It was just a moment that I signed with my record company, my first record company, as a singer-songwriter. Another section, anime section, the A&R people were looking for someone who could play mime. So they heard my demo tape and they asked me to go to the audition. I didn't know anything about macros. I was not an anime fan or anything, and my goal was not being a voice actor or anything. Just I went to the studio and sang and read some lines, and they chose me to play mime. So it was almost like an accident, although maybe it was fate. But because of that, my life kind of changed. And if I can do this life again, maybe I try not to go to that audition because I want to have a different life. It's not that I regret it because I think my um, performance for macros affected many people's hearts. I think many people liked it, so I don't think it was an accident or a mistake. But from time to time, I get little bit, little bit tired of being typecast or being categorized for just that because I'm more than one thing. I'm much bigger than one work. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Poquito. I knew, I studied, and I sang in Spanish for just for one song. If you know, I do. I deal with Spanish language a lot because I think I have fans, supporters, of course, all over the world, but Argentina, Chile, Mexico, like Spanish speaking countries. I have many, many supporters, so I would love to speak more Spanish. I would love to speak more languages, including French, Spanish, Korean, Chinese, but it's hard. 皆さん、14人に増えた。Being a US-based Japanese artist, have you collaborated with other US-based Japanese artists? That's a good. Well, a long time ago, I did like a TV live gig. That was like collaboration with other LA-based Japanese artists, and we separately did the concerts, and it was not live broadcasting, but Yagami Junko and me and Hiroko. I don't know where Hiroko went, but there was an artist called Hiroko, I think, and 3 artists broadcasting from LA. That happened. John, you are giving me so many good questions, but I I I don't really like categories. Do you understand? Like genre. I'm just me, so of course I do pop, I do rock. Sometimes I've recorded some songs like metal, and of course I'm a classical musician. I'm a classical trained pianist, so I do classic. I wanna think I'm infinite. There's no genre. What I make is just my freedom. So I'm into this artist, the band from the 70s. Maybe they're gonna be mad if I say that, but I'm listening to 10cc now. I liked them back then, but I wasn't born. No, I was born, but I was like a child, junior high school student. They are free too. They make kind of sometimes silly music and beautiful ballad and rock stuff, and David Bowie too. David Bowie does so many different things. I'm more like David Bowie than Madonna or Mariah Carey because I'm like a chameleon. That's why sometimes when like CD Baby asks me how do you sound like, you know, are you close to what artist? It's hard for me to say. I used to say Kate Bush. Sometimes I sing like Johnny Mitchell. Sometimes I write songs like Carole King. Those are singer-songwriters. But then sometimes I sounded like Goo Goo Dolls back in the day, and sometimes I don't know. I'm many things. So people don't need to make genre or categories or like when we see some tree, some people want to say, "What kind of tree? What's the name of it?" They are so into that kind of thing. Like I don't know. We don't need to do that, you know. I don't think. I think that it's not like someone who knows every butterfly's name is greater than us. Anything. The more important thing is to be amazed by the beauty of it. So I'm 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 free. I wanna be. I wanna keep keep being free in my music and being honest to myself. I'm always connected within myself, and to me that's ultimately connected to the universe and God. I think, within things. So I am true to that. Um, YouTube channel, like, what do you want me to say? Are you gonna make Are you gonna make money of my greeting? I'm just kidding. Artists express whatever they feel, and it's always evident in their creation. But I think when we express, it has to be okay. Good and bad; those are two words. But then we can't just be crazy expressing, and it doesn't sound good. It has to sound good. Do you understand what I mean? There has to be that basic. Sure, we express. It needs to be good. And of course, it's not like I'm making my music to impress someone, but um, of course, I'm not aiming to make people's heart being touched or anything. But if that happens, it's great. Being a songwriter by nature, what is your opinion on the K-pop, where it seems bit well, K-pop, I can't talk all K-pop, but hi, good afternoon. Kagu-chan. Um, I like BTS. I like BTS existence. Sometimes I feel like I want them to do more organic music without processing so much. Just their being is kind of powerful. Like they're like the light, During this corona pandemic, I think they gave many people and courage and something something happy, something pop, something colorful. So I like their existence, but musically, I feel like they need to be a little more organic, like without processing so much, because sometimes I can't hear their real voices in their music. It's so processed. To me, that's unfortunate. And also, they keep on selling things. They keep on asking us to buy things almost every day. I think that can be a little bit like really like can be a little bit tiring because it's non-stop. So I think their management company, the production, wants to make a lot of money. I understand that, but it has to be a little bit. To me, I don't want to feel like, gosh, they just want to make money so much. I don't know. It's like the fans are so young, right? Junior high students or maybe elementary school girls, and they need to take it easy about that, like selling things and asking us to buy things all the time. Okay, Pika3-san. Um, those two albums, it was a part of the 80s campaign. Like they're doing this reissuing some 80s pop music. And I think Tower Records actually understands my work. They support my recent work, like every work I do. I think Tower Records understands that I'm serious. I'm a serious musician, so they are on my side. So when they did that, they're still doing at the end of last year. The 80s, some 80s stuff. They included Miss Lemon and My Heart in Red. That's it. I don't know. I think that those two were their preferences. You gotta ask them why Coquettish Blue is not there. Maybe it's because I think Miss Lemon and My Heart in Red, they were produced in Los Angeles. It was more like a West Coast sound, like more city pop sounding. I think Coquettish Blue is more like just a straightforward pop rock music, and the musicians were from New York, and I recorded it. I made it in Tokyo, and I think Miss Lemon and My Heart in Red are more, like I said, city pop. So I think they chose those. I have so many great albums from the Warner Music era too, and I would love for them to release every album I made with some Warner Records. But I think it's not that I belong to some like big production company or management company. I'm alone, so I'm independent, complete independent artist, just me. I don't have anybody else. So if they have to release everything, it costs them, not me. If I belong to some like you know a big management company, maybe they can separate the fee, but they have to do it from them. So they might need a sponsor. I don't know, but I think they're gonna make money if they release my albums again. OK。なんか英語の質問に今日はいっぱい答えちゃったんだけど、日本語の質問もあったら、Someone asked me what kind of shampoo and conditioner I'm using. So I already posted it on my blog, but I'm not making any money. I don't make any money even if I introduce this. It's called Virtue, and this is an amazing shampoo. It's like my hair was like all color treated and getting a little bit tired and it's dry, but as soon as I used this shampoo and conditioner, my hair got like a Genki back. So Virtue, it's kind of expensive though. It's like $40 per bottle, but it's so rich that I can make this last for the entire year, maybe 8 months, 10 months. Yeah. Favorite David Bowie song? I can't answer because although I said I'm more like David Bowie style wise because every album is different, right? It's not that I'm a huge fan of David Bowie. Of course, I bought the record LP record vinyl, the last album, after his death. But I'm gonna have to think about that. What is my favorite David Bowie song? So that's my not fair. Why not fair? Why not so fair? That really hurts my feelings. Not fair, why? I'm gonna have to answer your questions because I'm not like I have some although okay, this is the conditioner, virtue conditioner. I'll stay safe, yes. I don't know. It's just that not fair word was to me it's a little bit harsh because maybe you didn't mean it, but it has to be something huge when you have to say that's not fair. Maybe you say that casually, but it hurt my feelings a little bit because I'm fully 100% sincere with you guys. So I'm not doing anything unfair to you because I respect and adore David Bowie, but I don't know every song and I don't own so many CDs of David Bowie. So I can't answer. That's fair. Okay? I'm being honest. I'm very sensitive with strong words, strong wording. Because I'm truly, genuinely sincere person. Maybe some people think I'm a pop star, whatever. But if you ask my sons, maybe sometimes they don't like me, but one thing they can say is I never lie, and they can say that I'm the most honest person on this planet, in this planet. So Even if I'm like a huge fan of some band, like I just said 10cc, and maybe I love Oasis. If you suddenly ask me what's your favorite song, I can't answer because it's not that every song information's input in my brain. It's not that because I'm old. I'm not a maniac. Like some people are music maniac, just like some people are animation maniac. I'm never a music maniac. Mania. I'm a very balanced person. If you ask me who's your favorite basketball player, the answer is so clear and easy. Kobe Bryant. Because there's only one Kobe. But songs, there are hundreds of thousands of songs. So, yeah. Like one time I was so into John Mayer. I did work with John Mayer band. And I remember, I don't know if that's my favorite song, but I was into this song called Home Life because one of my very favorite bass players, his name is David Lavrier. And I think Home Life was co-written by David Lavrier and John Mayer. So I got so into that song. So I can answer that. And sure, because I loved Queen. Even Queen. I've listened to Queen since the 70s. I can't choose one song. I can clearly say Bohemian Rhapsody is not my very favorite. Maybe Killer Queen. You're my best friend. But I like the song, uh, the later years one, the songs from they are like more recent ones too. So it's hard for me to answer one song. Okay, I understand. English, because I moved here, and honestly, I think my first English teacher, serious English teacher in Los Angeles was Chick Hahn, Los Angeles Lakers announcer, who I adored, still adore. I think I was watching the Laker games every day. Um, and I learned something like the refrigerator is closed, you know, kind of stuff. So Laker announcer Chick Hahn was my good English teacher. I don't know. I was living here raising my twin sons, and suddenly I understood TV. Suddenly I understood. It just came to a sudden realization that I'm understanding everything on TV that's coming out of TV, like news and Saturday Night Live. I love Saturday Night Live. So of course, when I was in Japan, I went to some, English school. Like I did that for French in Los Angeles, and of course, I was a good English student while I was in Japan too. But I think being here without me not having any Japanese friends, I only had a husband who I wasn't speaking so much, but he only spoke to me in English, of course, because he was an American. And of course, after the marriage finished, I had to handle all the school stuff for my son. So I had to speak English well to deal with all the teachers. その他ありますかね。今日は英語の方々にね、少しサービス、質問がいっぱい来てるので、いつも日本語中心なのでね、いつも来てくださってるブライアンさんという方はいらっしゃいませんね。I usually do this mainly in Japanese because many Japanese supporters come onto this YouTube live chat, but today somehow I got questions from John, many good questions from John, so I answered. まだ終わりじゃないぞ。自己完結。うん。そうか、お仕事、あなたが行くのね。うん、そういうことですね。はい。いってらっしゃいです。お仕事。気をつけて。はい。じゃあ、そんなわけで、well, maybe because I've been speaking in English for this live chat, I think Japanese language people could not like say because it was a little bit intense. But I think it's good that when I upload this, people will understand me more. You know what I'm thinking about, what I'm thinking about macros and my music and stuff. So anyway, everybody, happy Valentine's Day, and I hope you guys have a lovely day with or without any lovers. あ、日本語でも大丈夫なのですね。すごいですね。はい。いってらっしゃい、伊藤さん。Thank you. It's good. It's working. My new modem and new router are okay. So I'll do another live chat on Saturday. I'm doing this every Saturday from 5 p.m. Los Angeles time, Pacific time, and 10 a.m. in Japan. In Japan, it's the next day, but 5 p.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Japan. On Saturday in LA, Sunday in Japan. You're welcome. Don't worry about that, John. Okay, I'm not upset or anything anymore. I'm like that. Like if something bothers me, I express and I have zero, then I don't need to think about it later. So please get used to that and I don't have any hard feelings towards you, okay? Okay. 皆さん、コロナと地震に気をつけて、今日も良い日をお過ごしくださいね。Please do a song for us. I can't do that. I'm not that kind of casual musician. I have to have some kind of preparation for that, and I can't just sing right here. Sorry. But I will do maybe a live. I'm gonna maybe, stream live my music sometime. So please look forward for that. Okay? Thank you. テスト無事完了で電波 OK でした。それでは皆さんお気をつけて Thank you. Thank you. はい、ありがとう、ありがとう。はい、いってらっしゃい皆さん。気をつけてお仕事に行ってきてください。Hope to see you guys again on Saturday, Sunday in Japan, okay? Talk to you soon. ありがとうございました。またね。Happy Valentine's Day. Bye bye.